Romoney Crichlow has signed for Bradford City on loan from Huddersfield Town. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. It's another signing. I think we needed a centre-back. When I look at the centre-backs we had Songo, we had Platt and Kelleher. So I think we did need that fourth centre-back. I don't know if he's going to start. Let me know who you would start in centre-back. Would you start Platt and Crichlow, or would you start Songo? Because I do think Songo's best position centre-back personally. I think he played better there last season. He seemed more comfortable there than he did in defensive midfield. And, you know, we saw a better player in that position in that second half of the season when Canavan went. But, you know, I think he's better in that position. And Crichlow, from what I've seen of him when he was at Swindon, he seems like he could be a better player, a bit more accomplished, and he could suit the style a bit better because, you know, to say Songo's a defensive midfielder on the ball is competent, but, you know, there's a lot better on the ball than him, and I think sometimes his passing can be a bit too wayward and it can go out for a throw. So, looking at this Crichlow, he does seem to be a player who likes to pass the ball, who likes to come in, drift into a midfield and play with the ball, which is what Hughes wants. I think Platt can do that as well, so it could be a defensive two of them, and Songo could be more of a bench player next season, which is weird because he was like one of the marquee signings last season. We thought he was going to be, you know, the defence midfielder we've been praying for the last few seasons, and it didn't really work out. And then in centre back, I felt like he did well. So he was supposed to be the marquee signing, and like a lot of them, Gilead was supposed to be the marquee signing, didn't work out on the wing, turned into midfield, and I think he played better. So, you know, I think Crichlow could take his position in centre back, but for you, would you rather have Songo in centre back or this Crichlow? Because obviously we've seen more from Songo, we've seen more of Songo than him. But you know, he's had loan spells at Park Avenue, Hartlepool, Welling United, Swindon in the first half of last season, and in the second half Huddersfield recalled him and sent him out at Plymouth, where he didn't play too many games. I think he played 3 or 4 games, which isn't a lot to judge him off. So he didn't do too well there, but he did do alright at Swindon from what I've seen of him. He was born in Luton. He's come through Huddersfield's academy. He played 23 games at Swindon last season, but he did go to Plymouth. He said, "I'm excited to be here. There have been a few negotiations over the summer, so I'm just glad to have it sorted, and I'm looking forward to getting started. When you look at the manager here and Bradford City as a club, it was always an attractive proposition. I've been at Huddersfield for a number of years now, so I have quite a few teammates who have played here and said positive things about the club and their time here. You know, just thinking Kane Howard, Daly, you know, we have had quite a few loanies from Huddersfield and Leeds in this time, and I think when we brought in Mark Hughes, that one of the things but you know, we could see, what we wanted to see was, can we get, you know, players from other from other Premier League clubs and from other Championship clubs on loan, because we are getting a lot of Leeds and Huddersfield Town loanees in, and it's continuing. But Crichlow does seem like Mark Hughes' type of player, where he wants to get on the ball, and he is quite a ball playing centre back. I don't think he's that good physically though. I think Songo lost quite a few physical battles though, so he always went in for him, but he didn't always come out on top, and I think this is what this Crichlow could be like. You know, he doesn't seem too great aerially from what I've seen, so you know, that could be a weakness of his, and it was a bit of a weakness of Songo's. You know, Platt doesn't look too tall, so that could be a little problem that teams look to exploit. You know, they're good on the ball, but in the air, you know, it does come at a price in these lower divisions. He also said, "I'm a front-footed defender, but will die for a clean sheet and try and chip in with a few goals." I think he got 2 goals and an assist at Swindon last season, I'm pretty sure. "I'm here to win games and cannot wait to get started." So, you know, he seems, you know, like I said, a ball-playing defender, and you know, it's good to see that other Huddersfield loanees have gone back to Huddersfield and spoke about the club. He could also just be saying that because it sounds good, but Why would he? He's coming into a club, and I'm sure he would have spoke to them other Huddersfield Town players, and I'm sure they would have said good about the club if he's come out and said it in the interview, and I think that's why he's here. But the main reason he's here is probably because of Mark Hughes, and he said, "We are really pleased to have brought Romoney in on loan for the season, and again we thank our friends at Huddersfield Town for their hard work and cooperation in making the deal happen." I won't say that Huddersfield Town were our friends. I don't think any of the fans would like that. I won't call them friends. At a young age, Romoney has matured beyond his years in his play. He is an accomplished footballer in possession as well as carrying important defensive qualities. He showed at Swindon Town last season how he can perform at this level, and his impressive spell there was rewarded with a loan move to a side in the division above for the second half of the campaign, which will have put him in good stead playing at a division higher. And I think they were in a playoff race, weren't they, towards the end of last season, all season. They faded away when Ryan Lowe left to Preston. So I think that bit of experience would have done him a load of good, and he did well at Swindon, so he's found a league that he's good at in League 2, and he'll hope that he does well here again, and then can push on into League 1, and it could be with us next season. But he added to his conversation so far until I cut him off. Romoney fits in well with the style of play we're trying to implement here, and has been a target of ours since the very start of the summer. He is another player we are excited to be welcoming to the club, and we look forward to having him in pre-season training with us when we return later this week. I think all the players that we have signed, we have said that he's been a target since the start of the summer, and players have come and said it has been in the pipeline, and it does seem like before the season started we were getting into deals, scouting, and Stephen Gent got announced in, I think it was May, it might have been late April, early May time. Ryan Sparks and Hughes did know about that sort of coach, type of staff member coming in, in March time. They were getting asked, and they did say that recruitment scout were coming in, but we didn't know quite who it was yet, and then it progressed into the contracts getting sorted out. So I'm sure Stephen Gent would have known what type of players he wanted before he came in to the club, before it got announced, and we've just progressed then, and we do seem like we're getting hard at work. I mean, Mark Hughes said in a press conference in one of the last few games of the season, he said, I'm going to get nailed down into work, I'm going to get my hands dirty, we're going to get into early business, and that's what we've been seeing. We have been seeing signings coming in, and the signings who have come in saying, it has been going on for quite a few weeks. So, there may be a few more coming in. But on Richie Smallwood, I don't think we need Richie Smallwood. I'm seeing it all over Twitter, announce Smallwood, announce this, and I don't think we're going to get him for one. And for two, do we really need him? I think a lot of our fans, and, I do kind of think we do need a defensive midfielder who is going to snap into challenges. But, we've got Ryan East. I think that's more of a Mark Hughes midfielder who will play the ball and get on the ball and pass the ball better. And, we have Sutton, who's just signed a new contract, who's going to run around a lot. Osadabi can play there. Gilead, who played very well in that position towards the back end of last season. And for some reason, I forgot the other person who plays there for us. But, we have got players in that position. We've got 5, but there's someone else I forgot. I think what we do need now, I was thinking we need a centre-back. We've got that 4th centre-back, whether he's going to start. We've got Kelleher's cover, Songo can play there. Songo can step into midfield as well, if Mark Hughes wants him to play there. So we've got cover in midfield, and at centre-back I feel like we've got the cover now. I think our weakness is the full-backs. I like Rydal, I like Folds, I like Hendry. I'm not keen on Cousin Dawson and Falkeld. I do think right back's probably the position where we've got loads of players in who aren't good enough. I don't think Hendry's good enough. He's a good backup, I don't think we'll probably look at signing another right back, because we'll probably have to get rid of Frelkeld, and Cousin Dawson will probably have to go out on loan, and I can't see us getting rid of Frelkeld until next season when his contract's out. I don't think we need another striker. We've got loads of cover there. And I can't see us getting a left back, because we've just extended Folt's contract, and I think Rydell's is up at the end of this season. So I can't see us getting new full-backs, even though I think they're our weakness. Striker, I think we've got loads of options up there. We've got Andy Cook, who's a good asset. I don't think he's good enough to start. If he gets the right service, then obviously he'd probably get 20 goals a season. I don't think he got the right service last season, but I don't think he's Mark Hughes' type of striker. Keane Howard, Jake Young, Lee Angle. You've even got Walker, who could play up front. Isa could play up front. We've signed players on the wings who could play up there and do a shift. But the main thing is, I think we'll play one up front. I think we'll play 4-2-3-1. We might play a diamond with two up top, but we've got more than enough strikers, so we don't really need that. But I think the next positions I'd like to see is a right back or a left back coming in, which won't happen, and maybe a backup number 10, because we've got Jamie Walker, who will probably start there all season. But then I would like to see, a player coming in who can play behind him as backup to him. But even then, you could say, well, Chapman could play there, and you could put Osadebe on the wing or Gilead on the wing. So, I think we've done good business so far. I would like to see a right back or left back come in. Can't see it happening. Would like to see a backup number 10 coming in, but even then you've got options. So yeah, let me know who you want to come in next in the transfer window, what position you want it to be, and are you happy with this signing of Crichlow? Do you think he'd be the starting centre back? Who would you place on going midfield? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Have a good one.